Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Maryland campaign event for you. It's a fun night tonight. Our first map is Larson Homestead, followed up by our second map, which is going to be the Crossroads map. Before we get into that, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. That being said, here are our regiments for tonight. On the CSA side, you have the Iron Brigade, 5th Virginia, Sussex Brigade, Pennsylvania Army, Missouri State Guard, 10th Tennessee, Bureau Guards Brigade, and I Corps, whereas on the Union side, you have the 5th New Hampshire, Corps and Brigade, 12th Virginia, 15th Alabama, Jackson's Division, 10th United States, and the 2nd Mississippi. We're putting the estimated numbers of each regiment per a suggestion. Let me know your thoughts on that. Anyways, server pop today. It is 290. Inbounds right now is 12 towards the Union side. That's a rarity. I'm used to CSA outnumbering, at least in pubs, but no artillery on this map, so the inbounds infantry-wise is as you see it, 11 in favor of Union, which they definitely need on this map. So here we are with our map. Frontline reporters today. For your Union side, you have English Red here from JD, and then on the other side, you have Cross Guy from the Pennsylvania Army. Very appreciative of both of those POVs. Co-commentating with me today, we have Star. Star, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. Howdy, folks. Brigadier General Starr of 2nd Corps, Commanding Officer of the Fightin' 5th Virginia.
So as we were talking before, you are clearly an expert in all these new maps.
Right,
I mean,
yes.
Do you have any insider opinion on this map?
Well, my insight is very limited. I haven't played many of these maps. 5th Virginia took December off and haven't played many of the new ones in January yet. So I'm not really sure what to expect here, but what I have seen is that the new maps are very attacker biased, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, this map especially, Union on this map, it's a very wide map, so CSA can outflank if they want to. Now, I will say Union's kind of gotten them in a pickle here, but the interesting thing is that you have point of contention back kind of on the B point of the Towering Trunks map. If the CSA push up past the point onto the snake fence in between the point and Union spawn, which is behind House on a Barn there to the south, Union can't really break out of their spawn. And so CSA, if they get there, they'll do a lot of winning. Anyways, Union's charging CSA right. Meanwhile, CSA on the left crossing over the open field, hitting JD.
Weird map design. I'm trying to take this all in.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. There's no key point you would think that the defenders would be at.
No, yeah, they've taken a very broad defense, and they're kind of getting, they're either pushing or getting pushed in two different spots, and there's a lot going on at once.
And they don't have a Steam chat in this event. They can communicate in the in-game text chat system, which I don't have on my stream. Here's an example of that. A lot of team kills, but yeah, they can't use a Steam chat, so it'll be hard for a wide defense on a map as chaotic as this. Both flanks of the Union are having different results. Union left holding a little better than Union right, which is still trying
Union right's
to hold.
pushing.
Yeah.
They're trying to push the CSA out, and they're losing.
15th Alabama and some JD guys are still here for Union.
CSA is going to establish a foothold there on the Union right side, and that isn't going to be good in the long run for the Union.
Holy crap, tickets are down. Both sides.
And yeah, already, they got right into it, not wasting any time.
Oh, don't mind that at all. Union's lost one flag, about to lose a second on that right side. 5-minute despawn timer on those, so Union might not have those for a hot second. And I'm intrigued to see what the CSA who took up that Union right side, are they going to, I assume they're going to reform, and are they going to keep pushing the point, or are they going to try to flank in and hit the rest of the Union, who is actually starting to fall back here?
I think the time for that might have already passed. You've already got Union reinforcements coming from their main spawn. If they were going to do that, they would have needed to get on it right away. Although the Union that's left up here is still very fragmented.
12th VA is actually going in to maybe try to get those flags. Charge CSA.
Good luck. I mean,
they're probably going in to get the flags. That's best guess, because this will probably not work in terms of a winning charge.
No, not at all. And it's going to leave the other remaining group, the 10th U.S., exposed. They're actually falling back now. So if the CSA sees that, they should start to apply pressure here on the CSA right side. Union left.
Oh, 12th VA is actually some Corn Brigade guys as well. Oh, of course, I don't look it back at the CSA flags where they're spawning in all the guys. There's a few guys there. Anyways, weapons for today's match, CSA. One of their regiments, the 1st Louisiana, has the Mississippi. The 1st Texas, the other one, has the option of the Springfield 42. Buck and ball, shotgun, 4 or 5 pellet shots. Each pellet kills. And they also have the option of Springfield 55, but they're all going to choose the Springfield 42 with that buck and ball. Meanwhile, Union, on the other hand, their 9th New York Regiment has the option of just the Springfield 61. And they have the 6th Wisconsin, which has the Lorenz and the Springfield 61. So CSA, by far, having the better guns here.
Oh, definitely. Especially on a map where you're a little closer together. Having that buck and ball is a game changer.
So Union somewhat pushing up. They're almost looks like they're trying to retake the positions. Maybe holding a little further back to not get pushed back all the way to the point.
Speaking of holding back, there's still a lot of CSA on that northern fence line. It's almost like they don't know that the fence line in front of them is friendly, or I'm not sure what it is, but there's a lot of men back there still.
Show of force. Yeah, I mean, if Union is trying to be aggressive and hold this ground, now would definitely be the time. Most of the Union team is here. They're inching forward.
Union's still putting up a staunch defense, but I don't know how long they can hold that, especially with 5th NC and 1st Delaware pushing their flank.
Hey, Union, you suck. You suck. You suck. Come right here. There's like, there's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch.
And 12th VA actually trying to charge those guys. Out, maybe? They're like, out.
Kind of. I mean, very piecemeal charge if they're charging.
CSA looking across the open field. The rest of the guys over there.
Oh, here come the rest of them. The rest of the 12th, at least.
You know, in terms of trying to charge your opponent out, that was one of the worst ways to do that. Especially, I don't know if they got buck and ball in Mississippi, but regardless. Union hits
Looked like
engage.
there may have been some confusion in that charge.
Definitely possible. So
yeah, that's the 12th VA, either beaten back or defeated. And now the CSA has full control of that southern fence line.
yeah, so 12th VA is that. 30th Ohio is further back from where 12th VA is. So Union is very spread out here. Not that CSA would necessarily know that, but
I hope it hurts you.
I find it interesting. Maybe Union doesn't know the weapons of the CSA, but Union has a very close engagement in the woods here against CSA, who's got better guns than them.
All right. Up and down. Yep, keep moving. Like that. You're good, brother.
What's that in the sky? Oh no, it's a Black Hawk
Oh,
helicopter.
now it's just kind of a stand-up brawl. And with buck and ball, the Union's not going to fare very well.
But, I mean, it kind of makes sense, in my opinion, to hold this line for Union. I mean, if they lose this line and have to fall back much farther, there's no shot Union wins the game. Let's start fighting.
Not if they lose it. Yeah, they're going to have to hold here, but it's going to be tough to maintain the ticket balance.
The best maps. Yeah, it looks like Corn Brigade, 10th US, and 12th VA are forming up to the left of the barn, to the west of Point. And that's not a terrible spot. It's just CSA could try to get behind you if they go around that barn. The map is way too wide.
CSA's pushing on their right side now. Large force moving up onto Point, or at least adjacent to it.
I wonder if CSA will try to flank the few Union that are still holding.
I mean, that's a classic envelopment if they pull it off. Whatever Union's left over here on their right side, CBJD, they are being encircled.
Hoi 4, praise be.
Oh yeah.
So CSA, at least the sussy guys, are getting shots on the Union that pulled back. You have Union that retreated from the woods a moment ago, forming up behind point. They're not on point. That's why the snake fence is unbelievably important for Union. If CSA takes the snake fence, it's going to be very hard for Union to break through. Again, Union
All
spawn.
it is an open field, yeah.
Behind the house, it's all open field. The woods to the east, Union could try to go through, but I mean, CSA is going to know you're going that way, if anything.
It'd be less than ideal, yeah. Union is actively being pushed back, though.
Union is actually going for a counter charge. CSA does hit engaged.
CSA is disorganized. They might win. But there is a whole nother line of dudes waiting here. Between First Corps and some remnants of Sussy.
That's one flag.
Yeah, they crushed him.
Yep, they got that flag down. Are they going to hold there? Looks like 10th US does want to hold in front of that flag. 12th VA looks to be joining in as well.
Light that up right there. Like that.
First Corps is going to need some reinforcements. Oh, melee engagement on the left side, the east side.
Oh, but Broad Boys run.
Mixed bag.
You know, normally you don't expect this much chaos on a skirmish match. But
No, there's kind of everything going on at once.
I know, it's like conquest or contention. Actually, more conquest than contention, but Union's countercharging that.
CSA needs to be careful here. Union could pull a classic counter encirclement if they see the opportunity.
Which they're not doing much on the other side. Actually, it looks like they're pulling
No.
back to those original positions.
Yeah, it's... Of course, they don't know everything going on, but they missed a great opportunity there.
CSA gonna charge through now for a second time.
And with Buck and Ball, they might be able to break the overwhelming numbers. Although, looks like only one group actually committed.
That bush line is very funny to me.
Piece of shit. Where are them fucking assholes at?
Left side, left side, left side.
Friendly, friendly, friendly.
It's just kind of chaotic. I mean, everybody's kind of fighting everybody.
And usually that's very good for the attackers. You can tell that with the ticket amount.
Yep, Union tickets are going to keep dropping, and as long as the CSA doesn't accidentally cap, that's an easy road to victory.
That's the thing too, is as Union, it's harder to turtle on this map. You want to go to your spawn and turtle, well, you're not going to be able to get out easily. It's such a, I don't know, it's a difficult map for Union. Union actually about to go into engaged. Or sorry, taking losses. My oh my. They're going to actually gain a whole morale stage in tickets.
Yep.
Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Union charging CSA, a minor charge on the west side. It's 3rd California charging a mix of guys. I think they were trying to get the CSA flag that was picked up. But holy crap. What's happening in the center here? Center left to point from CSA perspective. Big old charge.
Just a total bloodbath of carnage. Lots of Union, lots of CSA. Could go either way.
Union looks to be gaining a little, although they do have a flag down.
There's a lot of CSA sitting in reserve, too.
Not so much for Union.
No, they're committing all their forces.
So Union taking losses. You got a lot of Union still kind of sitting back behind point. 15th Alabama looked to be pushing forward right on that charge spot. So
Here comes some Union reinforcements, yeah.
Hey, Yankees, 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 right here, boys. Yankees, Yankees, Yankees.
You
I mean, the Union reinforcements came in, but
Not
they
doing
didn't really
much.
do a whole lot. The
Yeah.
CSA that was there just kind of backed off, and now they're just sitting there yelling at each other.
I want to finish this round. Meanwhile, some CSA are flanking hard. Union left. It's twin banners in TA. They hit 10th US from the rear. They get 10th US, pretty good there. 12th VA turning around to face them.
It's just chaotic.
Get ready, boys! Brace! Brace! Stab these motherfuckers! Kill them all! Kill them all!
And we got the rest of Sussy collapsing in, and that's going to be a wipe there for CSA. Other side of the map, CSA's pushed through the barn, and they're trying to take some shots through the bushes that Union holding here. Man!
That's been one of the Union's best spots to hold. They haven't lost it yet, and they've been dealt a lot of casualties, but it's just holding on a map like this. It's just constant casualties. There's no way to maintain a good ticket drain as defenders. I mean, because there's 26 minutes left, and they're halfway through taking losses. It's not looking good.
Unless CSA fumble with a cap, and they are not fumbling.
Yeah, they need to stay away from that.
Agrippas, you must kill them all.
Spread like Womp Sister on a Thursday. Let's go.
Hoorah. Good shot.
That's wide.
Well, it's a nice part about being aggressive, at least at the beginning of the round, is that regardless of if it works or it doesn't work as an attacker, you have plenty of time to adapt your strategy and plan. So if CSA wanted to, they could just shoot this out, and they would for sure win.
Oh yeah, no. I feel like if Union had held that initial front a bit longer, they could have done more. But as it stands right now, it's not looking great.
CSA going in now on the.
I mean, why not? Knock them down.
CSA almost into the taking losses. They'll probably hit that first. Not that that matters.
Right here.
So it's like chess. CSA has more pieces or tickets, so CSA can throw away tickets at will. As long as they are killing Union guys, that is all that matters.
Oh yeah.
Delaware.
Union bringing more reinforcements to their right flank. It's going to help them win the engagement, but that's more bodies to shoot and kill.
Flag back. Pull the flag back to the log pile. Flag to the log pile.
I mean, at this point, it's too late. Ooh, Union seems to be charging CSA right. 12th VA is going right in.
I don't know if I see this working out.
I don't know if anything would work out at this point, to be fair.
Yeah, I suppose, but I guess that's one way to end it.
Might as well go out having fun, I guess.
Yeah,
So,
there's still a couple of them left, but that was a charge.
it was a charge. It was a decision. Union's about to drop any second. Union on the right are pushing towards center to get on point. Unfortunate for them, they have to go into the open area. They can't be on that snake fence. Which is very nice for the attacking team. Very nice.
Oh yeah. And of course, Union now pulling off of their right side to go and reinforce the left. which is going to make things a bit easier for the CSA.
You have a couple Union guys going up on that Union right side. JD, they ran into some rocks, took some shots, and then fell off.
I mean, yeah, large volume of CSA dudes sitting here behind the barn. So if they hit their shots, that could be a good amount of
They
casualties.
could knock them down a whole morale stage in one volley. You never know.
Maybe. You never know. Crazier things may have happened.
Union hits breaking. CSA starting to cap. Are they capping from within the barn?
Union has to hold. What are they going to do?
Hold.
Charge is the answer.
Carl, they're not gonna kill you. No!
I should have just said that, Doug.
Doug just jinxed Carl into dying. What a sad man. Anyways, it's still going in CSA's favor. The rest of Union in the back are now rushing in. A lot of CSA are off point running in as well.
Yeah,
Hey, Union's
no,
taken.
Union's gonna hold it.
They've
I
won the
mean,
game.
kudos to the Union for winning that engagement, but now all the CSA has to do is reform and push again.
CSA flags, where are they at?
Dead on the ground or back here on the road log pile.
Oh my goodness.
3 of them on the log pile to the northeast. They are getting out of Dodge, or at least they should be.
Get them rebels.
Because the Union, or I'm sorry, the CSA did lose that.
Yeah, at this point, CSA just get the flags out, and then you can keep fighting. Union need to get flags to at least resemble an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they got any, so...
I mean, if
Oh, they
if
got
you're the
one.
Union, do you push forward again, or do you hold your position and wait for them to come to you?
If you got the flags, push forward, but CSA has 3 of those flags.
Yeah.
Not like Union knows. I mean, maybe they do, but... if you confirmed got CSA flags down, I would push forward, but...
I see 1 down CSA flag,
Yeah.
and it's on the right flank. So, that died a while ago, be my guess.
I'm 11 survivor.
Yeah, he was running out at the end of that little charge, and... So...
So 3 flags and a mass of Confederates here on the left side, the CSA left side, because that's how I always look at things, because I am in fact CSA.
Who would have thought 5th VA star is a Confederate? Who would have thought?
So let's see how they approach this. I mean, there's not a whole lot of ways the CSA can do this that are going to end up poorly for them. So just kind of choose one and go, really.
That's friendly.
They have a lot of wiggle room.
I mean, they're nearly almost up a whole morale stage. So,
Mm-hmm.
anyways, I guess while we have this, what are your thoughts on this map? And I don't know if it's your first time, maybe first time spectating it.
This is my first time seeing this map, and I will say it's just kind of like I said at the beginning, very attacker biased. Interesting map design, with the point being so close to the Union spawn. But again, it's just the defenders don't have the tickets. So as long as the attackers are keeping up a consistent push, there's not a whole lot they could have done.
So do you like it or do you not?
Honestly, I'd have to play it. If I was attacking,
That's
I feel
fair.
like I would like it. But if I was defending, I don't think I'd like it very much at all.
Very insightful. Okay.
So, just like the rest of these new maps that I've played, it's still kind of out there. We're still trying to figure things out.
That's very fair. The meta will
Sprint to defense,
maybe
sprint to
adapt over the
defense.
next couple of months.
I would love to see folks in the community try and figure out how to play these properly as defenders. If we can figure that out, we're going to see some really great games in the future. But if not, it's just kind of going to be whoever's attacking is going to win.
Yep. I mean, the map is so wide, which I don't mind, but yeah, it feels like the attackers have to make a huge amount of mistakes for defenders to have a shot on this map, just because it's so wide.
I mean, yeah. you're right. It's so wide that there's so many different ways the attackers can attack. So many different options, and the defenders have to kind of account for all of those. Otherwise, they're kind of screwed. Like the CSA right flank, for example. They're about to roll up whatever Union group is on that side.
Yep.
Kill some fucking Yankees, boys.
And they are not aware of it because none of them are looking. Zoo is about to crush this Union line if they don't see him coming. Oh yeah, they have no fucking idea. Have fun, boys.
Pick it up. Reset it. Perfect.
CSA's about to hit breaking. They sweep right through that Union left.
Not even close.
You have some CSA charging Union right as well. Cross the A turning into them.
No.
So,
Hello, Flag.
12 VA does hold that.
They did, surprisingly enough. Numbers prevail. See if they can get that flag out.
CSA hits breaking.
Bus is chasing. Oh, got him. There goes Bus with the flag.
In your hood, what the fuck is up, you buttercup?
What was I have never heard that before.
Not a clue, but that's Bus, I suppose.
Yeah, that good old American Civil War music. I was thinking about this the other day. Is a lot of these new maps seem to be really wide, where the attackers can hit from multiple angles, or the attackers can only attack from one area. That makes sense. And so, I don't know if the map design is necessarily there for a lot of the maps.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of the Antietam maps, I would say, are very good. It's like Dunkerchurch, for the example. The attackers have kind of 3 routes to go. They have the center where the hill is, and then a little further forward you got the nipple corner spot. Union likes to go down the right side, and you'll see Union rarely go down that left side. It could still work even though it's a lot more open. But a lot of those original maps, especially Antietam, have 3 routes to attack.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good, I would say.
Yeah, no, especially on a map like Dunkers. It's a great map, but it is definitely one that the Union tends to win.
Right, and that's I would say is an argument of tickets at that point.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, if depending on how the defenders play it. I mean, we just played
That's-
one where we won as defenders.
That's the hard
But-
thing is the devs don't have any way to track War of Rights matches right now, which is why they're working on the new company tool. But they have no way to tell. I don't even know how you balance this game.
Other than sitting here and watching, you know, spending a lot of hours just watching games, and not even pub matches. Like, watch the actual, like, regimental gameplay.
Right.
And I think a lot of how that goes should be how the map should be balanced. Like, you watch that for a while, tweak things as you go, and eventually you're going to get it right. Because comparing pub games to regimental play is like apples and oranges. It doesn't really coincide at all. But there's just a lot of work that could be done.
Yeah.
And if they just spend a lot of time kind of doing what you do, honestly, just watching, I feel like a lot of these maps could be a lot better.
Oh my god, he died.
It's so hard too, because I think that's a fair point where you gotta watch the regimentals versus public matches, because there's more consistency, especially with the officers and who is in charge leading in regimentals versus pubs. But
I mean, pubs are a big part of the game. I understand that completely. But the big core of it is going to be the regiments. And the way they play is definitely not pubs.
it's also interesting because events have different styles of playing maps. Like Colquitt's Defense, I think, is the most notable. In the Ghost of Antietam event that I used to cover, when it got to the end game, they would fight in the open field on point. Everyone would charge in there. Like CSA would leave the top roadside and charge down. Whereas in like events like Maryland Campaign and Smoke and Steel, for example, you'll see a lot of fighting over that top road that's on point at the end. And so even among private events, I guess the different types of communities and private events, it's all different. It's wild.
Because typically it's different regiments in those different events. I've played in both, and it's a wide spread of people who all have different ideas on how things should work, and that's why I like regimental play, because it's depending on who's leading, you know. You can see a lot of different things going down.
Sounds like you would like pubs based on that.
Negative. I stay out of there.
So Union held strong for a second time. They've hit.
They did, yeah. I mean, good job. Way to go down fighting.
There's only like 8 of them left.
Yep, hold strong. Make them fight for every inch.
They're not going to jump the fence. Just back up and reload in their face. Make them come to us.
I mean, really, though, props to these guys for holding out as long as they have. There's a flanking crew. Who is that?
Oh my goodness, there's more than
It's the 15th Alabama. Flanking
Yeah.
the CSA.
Union holding twice here is very good. It's not something I would have expected. Actually, the tickets are considerable amount closer than earlier, but I don't really remember when Union hit last stand. So
No, me neither. But I mean, they brought it down decently close. I mean, they're not going to win, but still, good fight.
an
Good
admin
job.
could end the round saying Union won. That's one way.
Good.
But yeah, you got any thoughts for this round?
No, I mean, it's chaotic and kind of, you know, attackers win.
Wow. It's gonna be the title of the video.
Attackers win. There you
Attackers
go.
win.
We'll have to see how next round goes.
I won't be surprised if the attackers win. I will say a lot of these news maps too, the artillery placements make 0 sense whatsoever.
That's what I've noticed too.
It's like-
which sucks having an artillery who wants to play artillery, but
Yeah.
like the map doesn't make any sense.
No, it just seems like artillery was placed there just so they could say we have artillery, and artillerists could be like, yeah, we got artillery.
I mean, that brings up another point. Non-historical map set. So the devs pretty much do whatever they want with it, and
Yeah.
sometimes it sucks.
It's kind of neat because some of the maps have the regiments on each side are like kind of bouncing off each other. So like Crossley Creek, the Union has the 69th New York and the 28th Massachusetts, and the CSA has like the 33rd Virginia, all the Irish ones, for example.
Oh, I like that.
There's like 1st Virginia Cav and 1st U.S. Sharps on the same map. I think that's Union Cap. Anyways, we'll see you all shortly for round 2. Alrighty, here we are with the start of our second round today on Crossroads. Looking at that balance quickly. It's up to 310 now. In balance is 8 towards Union. We have artillery. Union has 4. Confederates have 9. So that imbalance initially of 8 turns to 13 infantry-wise in favor of Union, which they'll appreciate as the attackers. Artillery on this map is very bad. It's like the artillery really can't see a whole lot from both sides. Weapons-wise, the Union has the 1st Minnesota Regiment, which has the Springfield 55 and Springfield 61. And then they have the 1st Rhode Island. I have not heard of that before. But you have the Lorenz and the Springfield 61 for them. So Union, nothing special. Whereas CSA, they've got the 8th Florida and the 3rd Arkansas. Both regiments have the Springfield 42 with Buck and Ball. And the Enfield, and then 8th Florida has the additional option of the Springfield 55. So CSA as defender, a lot of good guns on their side. They're probably going to all be shooting Buck and Ball. Anyways, Star, any thoughts on this round before the fighting starts?
I don't like this map. This is a weird map.
It is.
Open fields, artillery in spots that doesn't make any sense. I guess we'll have to see how they play it.
But there's a
I
triangle
am not
crossroad in
sold.
the center. On point.
Oh my god, a triangle crossroad? Wow.
It's like the map
This
is called a crossroad.
This is weird.
Is
But
that
you know what? Go Defenders. That's my team.
No bias here. No bias.
No, none whatsoever.
But, you know, I will say, even though the map design might be mid, I do appreciate at least being able to fight and watch battles happen over a different area.
That is true. You know, beggars can't be choosers. We've been waiting for new maps for years,
Yeah.
and here they are. So,
Yeah.
take them at face value.
Yeah, I know I think there's only like 2 programmers on this game, and I doubt they do this full time. But I appreciate it. I am pretty much satisfied at this point. I'm not expecting anything else. I don't care for anything else. I'm happy.
Yeah, we'll
I'll take
take what
them
we
down.
can get.
Speaking of horses, so
Oh God, no.
I honestly wouldn't mind them not being in the game. But anyways, that's a topic for a different time. Union has pushed up this left side, which they have a big open field they got to cross. I mean, anywhere. Usually you'll see Union walk up the center road, but CSA's kind of set themselves up in a pretty forward stance, at least half the team.
Yeah, I feel like we might see pretty much exactly what we saw last map. CSA taking an aggressive defense, Union shooting them until they have to fall back, and so on and so forth. But standing in the middle of an open field against enemies that are in cover is a strategy.
That's a good idea.
So we'll see how it goes, I guess.
I mean, there was this. 5th NC is pushing up really close to that Union line. We got about 2 or 3 in that volley. But that's the thing is, like, that cornfield right to the Union's east is out of bounds. So, I mean, and then you go to the other side on the west, similar on that. Oh my goodness, wait. You can kind of go in that cornfield. Hold up. Never mind. It's like a diag. What the heck? You can go on the cornfield to the west. It's weird. It's like super wide from Union spawn, and then as you approach the center of the map, it's the width of the corn that you can be in is smaller. Oh my goodness, Union's charging. That might be important. Tickets slightly in Union's favor.
It doesn't really surprise me.
Attacker bias.
Good old attacker bias.
These map packs and their ticket imbalance are more biased than our commentary. How dare they?
You almost made it, you sneaky
JD
little
pushing up for Union as well. Union trying to use this barn, at least as a staging ground. JD just going straight for the straight fence. And they're kind of getting shot up. CSA holding behind the A-bales. More Unions now pushing up behind 12 PAs there.
I mean, it's ugly, but it's a genuine strategy. Throw yourself at the defenders until they run out of tickets.
I mean, CSA is spread out enough. You actually have Union far CSA left, which actually makes sense for why CSA is a little spread out. Who's over here quickly? 8th Ohio, they are the skirmishers of Corn Brigade. And then 3rd California, they've taken the CSA guns.
Yes, they have.
So Union's taking up a little L formation here. And they pushed the ground a little bit. Tickets.
CSA just fired on their own artillery, where those California boys are.
Keep up in a minute, right there.
So
With the
tickets
multiple
actually.
Agrippas. The 3 Agrippas, oh
They've
my
cloned
god.
themselves.
Him and his 2 alts.
I'm not sure it's the 3rd California Regiment. It's the 3rd Agrippa Corps.
Wait, honestly.
Delta is the hero of our time. He deserves a commendation.
So we'll see where Union pushes up next. They're trying to shift further and further towards the south. Which
Yeah, they're turning the CSA's flank. That's gonna end poorly for the CSA.
Which CSA is like countering Union almost exactly with that L formation. Except Union's a little more scattered now.
Get out of there.
Yeah, at least the Union artillery can break the snake fence now, and they can escape, which What have the artillery been doing? They're just... Oh, they're shooting. Where'd they hit? Oh, they... Okay. Their fuse was a little long, but they almost hit CSA. 30th Ohio pushing up to where CSA have decided to hold next with part of their guys is on this little white picket fence.
Very picturesque defense.
Almost thumbnail.
Get your
worthy.
thumbnail. Oh my god, artillery.
Killed one man. There we go. We got our thumbnail. Maybe we'll get 2 thumbnail shots.
Alright, A, B, or C, break those.
Break the loads, make it fast.
Little competition. See, I should. All the thumbnails we get are from the middle of the rounds. I take screenshots of it. That's what I should do. A little challenge. It's like find the point in the video where the thumbnail is made. That would not be fun. Get these over hour-long recordings. Find a specific frame.
15 feet fire.
Yeah, there you go. Put it in the comments below. There you go.
It's funny too because YouTube has a feature. I don't know the exact requirement to get this. It's pretty neat though. Is normally you upload a YouTube video, you either choose a thumbnail or YouTube will assign one automatically. Well, there's a feature where you can put 3 thumbnails for your title, and it'll at random choose one for someone when they find it on their suggestions page or whatever. And then after enough people watch it, YouTube will tell you which thumbnail is the best.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's cool. I haven't uploaded in a while.
it's pretty
Because
interesting.
I know about the, like, one where it like, automatically chooses a thumbnail for you for, like, my shitty videos. So I knew about that, but I didn't know that you could, like, choose. That's neat.
Yeah, I don't know if there's
Like,
a
see which one gets the most engagement or whatever?
Yeah,
I like that.
it does it. It ranks them based on watch time,
Nice.
which I don't know how a thumbnail could correlate to more watch time in a video.
Captures your interest.
Right.
Or whatever, I don't know.
Right. I can understand someone clicking on the video and then it rating that, but regardless. CSA is about to hit engaged. In
Yeah, this is
little
ugly.
shootout. Unions.
I mean, tickets aren't too far, but it is not a very solid defense.
Yeah, Unions just slowly taking ground here. They've pushed CSA
As
off
they
that white
should
picket
be.
fence. And
Temp
15th
Tennessee's
Alabama
about to
charging.
get run over.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get the fucking bayonet in your fucking pussy.
That's the thing. CSA is so spread out, and you just kind of slowly picking them apart.
Yeah, Union's advancing all as one, except for the guys on the far left flank. The 12th.
Now pull back. Get the flag and pull back.
This is like a slightly better version of last round. There's no significant CSA defensive spot where they can hold.
No, yeah.
You could argue maybe the pond area just because it dips down to the pond, but it's not like you can see
I mean, yeah,
what's
what are you
going
gonna
on
do?
outside the pond when you're in it. Yeah.
Farewell, boys.
There we go, down to engaged.
It's like a fifth of a battle state left or so. I mean, it's not too far. They could pull it back. It's just going to take some doing.
I saw a historical rules event EU Sunday where they played this map, and I think CSA won it. And it was because the attackers were very, very disorganized and going in independently. And the attackers are not doing that much here.
No, yeah, they're all
Also-
kind of bunched. It's working.
Also, I think part of it, too, is in that map, CSA blobbed up for the most part and stuck together, whereas CSA here is... They're trying to defend the whole width of the map so they don't get outflanked, which is an understandably good idea. You don't want the enemy getting behind you, but Union's kind of been pushing you back this whole time. Something's got to change from a CSA defensive standpoint, or else you're just going to dry out here. But tickets are even, so maybe you don't change. Who knows?
And all the Union has to do is keep pushing, and as I say that, here goes somebody. I was too high in the sky. 15th Alabama.
That was the script.
And if they just keep running over CSA groups, this battle's going to be over for too long.
There's one flag. Union could tap. They're on. I like how there's a little stone wall here, right next to Union. where this charge is happening, to the west-southwest side.
Kill him, kill him, kill him.
I don't get that. How is point still... Never mind, okay. So you can win that charge on point. They get 2 CSA flags. CSA is kind of hunkered down on the right side, kind of in the wood line. That's not that bad of a defensive spot.
They're going to keep up that aggression, clear out one of the CSA batteries.
All right, now it's LeBron's turn.
As a reconnaissance officer, it is my job to have a...
Oh, look at beautiful brothers. Look at these hands. They're all beautiful hands. Beautiful, beautiful hands.
The best hats, tremendous hats.
Beautiful Jewish hands.
So, what will the Union continue to... I don't know how far the Union can go.
Oh, they're pushing their boundaries, that's for sure.
It's the one thing I wish spectators
Non-stop
had.
aggression.
Spectators should be able to see the boundaries of the points and boundaries of each team. Wish there was a hot keybind for that.
That would be neat.
Oh, the CSA right's pushing out a little bit. There's a couple of Union, I don't know if you want to call those skirmishers or Rambos. Looks like 5th New Hampshire, though, is inside the barn for Union. CSA right. Union is capping, which is okay of a decision. You're up by a third of a morale stage. You don't need to stop the time. You have plenty of time. But if you just held for 12 minutes, you'd win.
CSA brothers before shoot at the White House.
But obviously, you get a chance for CSA to retake and regain a bunch of tickets and maybe cause this round to go a little longer.
Look at the west side. This CSA group is about to get massacred.
They might die. Oh. That might be your regiment.
It is my regiment. Why does this always happen?
Right, get the flag up, get the flag up.
Can they get the flag out?
Run, Slappy, go! No!
For Jesus. Kill this guy, kill this guy. For Jesus.
Artillery's gonna be taken. What? Why are there mini charges happening on CSA artillery?
Yeah, this is it's not going great.
The
In any
inverse of last
capacity.
round. Gee, CSA tickets just dropped.
Well, yeah, if their team just died, I mean...
Yeah, wow.
Now the Union's free to do pretty much whatever they want.
They could just sit in their spawn for 29 minutes. Wow. This... I almost wonder if CSA has to keep Union in between Union spawn and kind of that first barn, kind of in that open area. Because once Union kind of gets into this house area, Union can kind of get entrenched wherever and do whatever. I mean, CSA supposedly has the buck and ball too, which has clearly been helping them so much. And the Union group that wiped CSA on CSA left are now pushing across the map. CSA kind of holding in that pond. I don't know if they're leaving. They are. I-Corps. It's going to push out the CSA right.
Yeah, there's going to be completely... Oh, there's somebody from the CSA's pushing up the left side. CSA left.
Come here!
Yeah, that's something. Some kind of pushback against the Union, who up to this point has been able to do pretty much whatever they want.
So, I-Corps using that little pond. I like that. That's probably the best thing on this map. Is that little dip into the pond, in my opinion.
Which is concerning, honestly, if that's the best defensive position on this map.
I mean, I would definitely say that's the best spot. It's not, I mean, it's an okay spot, but...
Like that,
I mean, you got
If
34
as
miles.
defenders you're all forced to sit in a pond, that's not great.
So much fun. Pep, Tennessee is alongside I-Core.
Left on bleed. Flag.
Big game, New York.
It's almost feels like, what the heck?
Back to low, back to low, back to low. Everyone back to low.
So 15th Alabama, they've gotten shot down basically, kind of in that center, and their whole chat is spamming 15th Alabama flag. It's kind of funny. 12th VA is charging. The Stussy guys holding far forward on CSA right. It's a half morale stage difference. CSA drop taking losses.
All right, right here, right here.
Right here, independent fire. Shoot him.
Hold on. That's friendly.
Friendly, hold fire.
Hold on. Confirm a target.
And so you got a couple Union guys that have charged behind there as well, behind that barn. CSA right. Union barely win that. Union are very close to CSA spawn. Why can you go this far? JD
That's
is
ridiculous, man. This map. These map boundaries, what is going on? To be able to walk around the corner of a cornfield outside your spawn and see the entire Union team if they wanted to sitting there, that is insane.
You know, and I thought last map was bad. At least on the last map, Union has a house in between anything and...
I mean, yeah, I mean, think about that. If somehow the Union team manages to wipe out everybody on the CSA right side, and they all get up here to where 5th New Hampshire and JD are, the whole Union team can line up on this fence and just sit here outside of the CSA spawn. That is terrible map design.
I mean, CSA could hop up and over into the corn. That is not that much better, but...
No, not much.
It's something. Wow. The new metas we're discovering every day.
Eesh, yeah, the new meta of not choosing this map in coordination.
First
Unless
it was
you're
Harper's
attacking.
Ferry. Now it's the drill camp. The few events I've seen ban High Street, I think, is a prime example. An event.
That's such a fun map, though. I love High Street.
Oh, I wonder why.
Like, I understand that the Union gets rolled over every time, but that's part of the fun.
I don't think we're reacting enough.
It's like EU Historical Rules event. They banned it after it was like a month, or not a month. Jeez, 3-4 months ago, I think they banned it.
Yeah.
And HDC, one of the admins, ended it in the middle of the round because Union was getting curb stomped in their main spawn.
Yeah, I mean, that's a map I would ban is Downtown. I cannot stand that map.
It's the inverse of High Street, almost.
It is, but it's just boring. It's not gameplay. You're just running around a corner to a firing line over and over again.
That's most of High Street. And
Yeah.
that's kind of my point. Oh my goodness, there's just scattered Ramboing charges everywhere. But it's kind of my point with when we get the 400 player servers, a lot of these tiny maps are no strategy, brain dead charging.
Which I wish war rates would get away from.
But
I enjoy the tactics and the shooting with lines and things like that. I mean, I'm not like a historical rules kind of guy, but just massing and charging gets boring after a while. You gotta mix it up a little bit.
yeah, it's like Prygrist Mill, most of Harper's Ferry. I mean, I know at least my experience talking to public players of the pub officer Discord, people, they don't like Harper's Ferry on pubs. It's just chaos, brain rot. So Union drop taking losses. It's about a third of a morale stage difference. 15th Alabama pushed up on that barn on CSA right, but other than that, I mean, most of the map is shooting. Union still spawn camping. I wonder if Union even realizes they're spawn camping. Maybe they don't know where CSA spawns. I don't know. You may probably have to realize that, though, I'm guessing. After a while sitting and shooting
Probably.
there.
I mean, it probably doesn't take much to figure out.
It's almost a half morale stage difference now.
Yeah, I think we're just going to see the slow, painful ticket death of the CSA here.
Indeed.
Kind of like last round.
On the topic of player count and map sizes, when there was some argument in the War Rights Discord, which I was a part of, the devs said that they would change pretty much everything about the increasing player count. They still want to have the increased player count, but if anything, they would change like the map layout and stuff for that. Which
They wouldn't change map layout? is
no,
what
they
you said?
would. They said
would?
yeah, they said to adapt to that. I'm pretty sure they said they want to keep the increased player count and they will keep increasing it if they can.
That makes sense.
Yep. But they said for like these small servers, or sorry, the small maps like High Street, downtown, and Progress Mill, for example, like if anything, they would change how the map functions versus like lowering the player count for certain maps, for example.
I mean, there's some games out there that kind of like have maps that are purpose built for smaller pop sizes, isn't there? Like different playlists
I
of maps for
appreciate it.
different sizes servers. I mean, maybe they could do something similar.
I wonder how that... I don't know if private events would like that as much. Also, if you're a public server owner, you'd probably never want to go on those maps. Also, imagine going... Because we have map packs, right? Imagine going from... What is it? Schoolhouse Ridge to High Street, and the map pop changes.
They're coming
or
around the
whatever.
other side. Be careful.
Yeah, you're right.
Friendly, friendly, friendly.
I mean, I feel like at that point it's just a tickets thing.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, tickets are pretty clearly hard to figure out.
Like, High Street defenders should get
Brace.
a lot more tickets. Maybe more than the attackers, some may say. We'll make it the
It
first.
would make it a more interesting fight.
But,
I'm
no,
not against making fights interesting.
it's hard because each side, they've got the different weapons, and so that's hard to balance. And then, depending on the server pop, things change. The game fundamentally gets more and more defender bias as the server pop gets higher. Outside of these new maps.
Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of attacker bias at all. I like the idea of, as an attacker, having to get things right in order to achieve victory, you know? It's being able to say, oh, well, that didn't work, let's just charge him a few times and even things back up again, you know? I like the idea of a mistake costing you a bit, but...
Oh, no, we can.
Yeah.
No, we can.
Speaking of
not
the flag
everybody thinks the
respawn
same way.
change. I'm gonna bring this back. Oh.
Oh, God, yeah, bring that back. No, it doesn't matter.
Does not. I think the only decision the devs backtracked on was the leveling system.
People
I don't remember when
pissed.
that was like a year and a half ago, I think. Maybe
It was just about that, yeah. Year and a half, 2 years ago, people were mad.
I was taking a class I hated during that time. Anyways, for those of you who don't know, they have the leveling system in the game. When you look at someone's name, you can see their level. It doesn't really mean a whole lot once you get past level 10. Is it when you get officer?
Yeah, 10 or higher, and I guess getting lieutenant colonel for the CSA side, but
I'm
yeah.
only level 54. Spend about a half a year. CSA at breaking. But when they first dropped it, everyone started at level 1. They did not take into account the amount of hours you put in the game. Everyone blew up at that. And so they reverted it. That's like the only thing they reverted. But granted, like, I'm pretty sure everyone was in agreement that that was a terrible idea.
That was, totally.
Because I would probably be level 1.
You take, all these community leaders who have been leading events and leading their regiments for years, and now saying that they can't be in an officer slot because they're not high enough level for it. I understand completely why people were upset.
I get a comment every once in a while where because there was a certain window where you could accept the XP based on the number of hours you had. There was a window. And after that window, if you didn't claim it, well, you're level 1. Sucks if you have a couple hundred hours in the game already. But I get a comment every once in a while of someone saying, yeah, I missed the window, and now I'm level 1, and people don't respect me in pubs anymore.
Which is dumb anyway. I mean, that's why I don't play pubs. Another reason. It's because I have to be some... Like, I'm high level, don't get me wrong, but you shouldn't have to have high level in order for someone to listen to you in pubs, as long as what you're doing makes sense.
Yeah, but there's going to be a preconceived bias if you see a level 100 guy versus a level 12 guy. I mean, I do it myself when watching matches.
Yeah,
sometimes.
You're right.
And I almost wonder if... This would kind of be against the point, but almost hiding that value. I don't know if that would change anything. I know some level 100 people might not like that, though. 50th Alabama's pushing up center. CSA hit breaking. Union just slowly whittling down CSA at this point. They haven't really made an attempt to charge since they hit breaking. I mean, they've got 16 minutes. Not that they need the 16 minutes, but...
Honestly, tickets are close,
They
surprisingly enough. Maybe that's why they're being more cautious.
That'd be
They don't want to lose an engagement and all of a sudden they're in trouble. Who just got wiped over here? A Union flag down on the CSA left flank.
It's Jover. And that 15 Alabama charge in the center got dwindled out. Is that JD's flag?
I think it is.
30th Ohio has their flag a little further back. I think that the thing that was working so well for Union earlier in the match, you could see CSA is much more clumped up than they were at the beginning. I don't know if that... I'm guessing that has to do with it, because Union's trying to still spread out across the width of the map in their attack. But CSA is much more concentrated. Maybe that's why...
Strength in numbers.
I mean, it was a half morale stage difference, I think, at max earlier, and it's about a third of a difference right now. Which, it could grow back up to a half, because at the end of and start of a morale stage for a team, the bar doesn't move down that much. But Union's been at the bottom of taking losses for a hot minute. We would have expected them to drop a minute ago, but it's like the bars are longer than what we see. Almost a half a morale stage difference. Maybe a third. So, who's that group over here for Union that got wiped? Yeah, it's JD.
Returning to the right.
I just saw someone smoke in from 15th Alabama put in the chat, we want to push it like 1330. Nuke replied with, no need, honestly. He's not wrong.
I mean, yeah. CSA lost some tickets. What happened? I wasn't looking.
It's like the beginning and the end of a morale stage. The bars don't move that fast. And so, I don't know why. So it's not, at least to me anyways, it's not surprising when CSA drop a lot and Union barely drops.
Yeah, that was pretty close a second ago.
Never mind, we need to fix that issue. I'm not satisfied with War of Rights anymore.
No. Bad game. Fix.
Switching to Beacoff. 15th Alabama charging.
Yeah, come here, I'm yeah, come here.
And looks like 2nd Mississippi went in with them.
Hey, post up here.
Alright, they're holding up there.
So, looks like some more... Yep, 12th VA's now pushed it up.
A large CSA group there might get roughed up a bit. I'll just kind of clump there behind that little ramp goes up into the barn. I mean, they actually held a lot better than I thought they would.
Yeah, the Union charge kind of veered off to the other side. Maybe they're trying to get a little flank.
Are they gonna go in the barn? Oh my God, they're going in the barn.
That officer didn't get the wrong way. Beamed him right in the back.
Building, they're walking up.
What about now, dude? He died?
Waste these guys. Kill them all.
So in about a minute or so, probably longer than that, CSA gonna hit last stand.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. No
Unless
need
they-
to push.
unless they
He
gain
wasn't wrong.
tickets.
I mean, how are they gonna do that? And just Union caps early.
That'll be the new game mechanic. CSA actually countercharged. Some Sussy guys countercharged Union, and CSA held firm, but they will hit last stand.
Reminds me of the Union charge last game.
That'd be interesting. Is if you were in formation, you slightly regain tickets. That's such a stupid idea.
It's terrible. God.
We need the mods. Honestly, I know that, at least I'm pretty sure, because when the devs talked about changing from, I think they mentioned in the one of the community notes, changing from G Portal to like their own token thing or whatever. And they would give people server tokens based on like standing or stuff like that. And if the people with, I don't know what the specifics were, don't quote them. I'm just paraphrasing, maybe bad, but
I hate that idea of standing. It's a shitty
I don't
idea.
know if it was standing. Anyways, I think one of the things was that if you were screwing with the server too much, like editing it and modifying it too much to that,
then you wouldn't have a token.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And so
like it'd have to have like official settings to have like the official. That's what the token was. It's like an official server, or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense. You don't want weird ass server settings, but at the same time, you can make it better.
I want my artillery to act like a nuke when it explodes and blow up half the map. Like,
Hell yeah.
That would be cool to just edit a bunch of stuff like that.
Imagine a round of Nicodemus with that on.
Oh my goodness.
That's my favorite map already. I would love to see that.
You get some of the campaign modifiers. That, like, some of the campaigns, like the Grand Campaign earlier today, it was like defenders could not have Artie for like 10 minutes or something. Stupid
Yeah,
like
because
that.
of whatever card they pulled. Yeah, I've been a part of those before.
Imagine, though, it's like the artillery.
The artillery does double explosion, you know?
That'd be a lot of fun.
Like they double pack their cannons or whatever.
Canister now shoots the quadruple the amount of pellets as it normally does.
I mean, I like the addition they did with the double and triple canister. That was cool. Why can't they do more stuff like that?
Hold.
I think the devs should go in the official servers and start screwing around with the servers like they do every once in a while, like spawning in cubes. And
That's what, what's his name? The one dev does, or at least he did. I haven't seen him in a while. Molex, I think his name was?
he's playing in this match tonight.
Is he really? Oh, hell.
He's a part of PA.
Yeah, there he is.
He's part of the Pennsylvania Army. And then the devs
I've seen,
hired him.
I've seen him in a ton of different matches, like spawning boats and other cool things. Like, they should do that. Like, during Mustard. I mean, it keeps the community engaged, you know?
I've not seen a boat yet. Anyways, Union's
Boats are
charging.
awesome. Anyways, Union's charging.
Back to the thing we're actually watching. And just trying to finish this out. Tickets, similar to last round, are ending very close. Union might hit final push, actually.
That would be interesting. They have a ways to go, though, before they do, and, well, CSA numbers are going to dwindle.
Yep.
They made it a really close fight, though, which I can appreciate. For sure.
Corn Brigade, some of them are on point. Trying to I don't know if behind that house is on cap or not, but Union
Point's
left.
not budging with the amount of CSA sitting under it, so.
Yeah.
There's a CSA guy in the house. Right by Corn Brigade. He's in the top floor of the house just shooting down. First
Pops.
Lieutenant Pops. Yeah. Uh-oh. They might be rooting him out.
I lost him.
Yeah, they are. They're rooting him out. Oh, he won!
He won that.
He won the melee.
Well, yeah, final push. 4 minutes, 3 seconds is that timer.
Oh, but the CSA got charged in the meantime, so that is gonna do it.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed the podcast today. It's a good little podcast.
Oh, yeah. Two very exhilarating maps where the attackers win.
I seriously might do that as the title. That would just
Do it.
I think it'd be funny.
Do it.
Speaking of
Hell
spoilers.
yeah.
But no, it's weird. It's like there was non-stop aggression and charging, but it wasn't anything special. I don't know. But it was too.
No, I mean, really, I didn't see anything that blew my mind in either of the two maps. I mean, it was very kind of standard charge and hold and fight and war rights and fun game.
People
10 out of
playing
10.
war rights.
Would play again.
Yeah. Yeah, this is. I mean, yeah. Pretty generic. Not much more to say than that. Good job, Union. Good job, CSA last round. It was very slow, methodical. And yeah, it was not much more to say. I'm just going to keep repeating myself until we actually get to this outro thing. But with that all being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, we have a Patreon where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord, merch, X, Instagram, and TikTok. Those links are in the description. Regardless of that, though, I appreciate you all. We will see you in the next one, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.
Hell yeah.